Hey everybody, this is Toby Eunice with a Gypsy's Kiss. Stick with me a couple of seconds and I will introduce you to John Wayne Bobbitt. So I'm going to have John introduce himself to you in just a few moments, but the reason John is here in my apartment rather than us doing this via zoom.us and live streaming is that John had donated this beautiful, let me see if I can do it without, coin. It's a coin made in the country of Armenia. And it weighs 1 kilogram or 2.2 pounds. It is 0.999 fine silver, and John very generously has donated this to the Jamie Diggins campaign to help fund her recovery from the Mendocino fire. And I can't tell you how heavy it is. I mean, it's a substantial weight.
It's fat, yeah.
How did you come by it, John?
Buy a lot of gold and silver. Vegas, go to this big coin store and been purchasing stuff for a while. You know, I got my own little collection going.
Well,
different stuff, all kinds of goodies.
So. It was very generous of you to do that.
It's got a Noah's Ark on the back.
I saw that. So it's got Noah's Ark on this side. You can see the ark right there.
It's got the dove and the olive branch for hope and peace, and then got the Mount Arafat in the background with the sun coming up. So and then the crest of the Armenia. Right, that's a crest,
royal crest.
The eagle and the lion.
So so it says 10,000 drams. That's there. It's like 1 kilogram, and it's in mint condition. It has never been touched.
No, it's
as a matter of fact,
coin. Yeah.
John told me that if I wanted to take it out of the case, that I would have to put some rubber gloves on. So that's how fine it is. So. Well, it's just beautiful. Thank you. And I spoke with Jamie day before yesterday, and she is very grateful.
Well, I hope it'll help out a lot for her.
So John has been reconning in the area, was coming through Albuquerque. So Shelley and I invited him to stop on by so that we could do this interview. And it's going to be a traditional, it's all about you interview. It's just like the one that we did with Massimo Santini from Italy. He just happened to be in the area. So let's start with the questionnaire, John, and then we'll go through it, and then I'll have some more questions for you. And I want you to share that video so I can make fun of you.
Okay.
Okay. So just bring your chair forward just a little bit for me. Just a little bit more. There we go. That's good. And then you can relax. Good. All right. So first, let's talk about you. Who is John Wayne Bobbitt?
Oh, I was living in Las Vegas. I'm not working right now because I had a car accident and I've had osteomyelitis in my feet. So the VA's been going to the hospital a lot. Them treating me for osteomyelitis. I think it may be connected to water contamination while I was in the service.
Oh,
Camp Lejeune. You know, I was there during the contamination, or the peak.
So this is actually reflecting in your face. I'm going to move the coin over here.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So you know, I've been going to the hospital for treatment, and then I guess I thought I had a good solve, and Forrest made an announcement that he had a good, strong feeling that somebody was going to find it by the summer. So I was like, all right, that's it. Packed threw everything in my bag and went up to my spot, and I went every way but the right way. You know, I was, you know, and anyways, I ended up hurting myself worse than really bad. I mean,
this was that winter trip that you talked about.
Early May.
Yeah.
Right when the snow and melt and had a lot of runoff, and it was rough. It was rough up there, and I went through the snow, got my four-wheeler stuck up there. It was going up the Jeep trail and hitting patches of snow, and all of a sudden I had a big one, and it went going anywhere. So I waited a couple of days to let the snow melted to get it out. So, but anyway, you know, it was rough, and I wore the wrong gear, and I went the wrong way. I was wearing rubber boots, you know, knee-high rubber boots, but I was going down the gulch, and the water was so rough and high, I kept going, and my boots were full of ice water. and I have neuropathy, so I couldn't feel it. So then my feet got all chewed up. I mean, really bad, And the doctors, they wanted to cut off my leg, They wanted to amputate, and I said, nah, I'll be all right.
So that's the recent and current John Bobbitt.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so when you are working, what do you do in Las Vegas?
Oh, I just do it. People call me doing interviews on TV and radio, and I do, just paid interviews. Like I just did 2020. I guess it comes out in a couple months. It's beginning of the year. Something that I think they're going to come up with, because my ex-wife is, everybody knows who she is, Lorena Bobbitt.
Yeah.
She's coming out with a 4-part miniseries on her version of her story.
Oh. With
Jordan Peele's directing it, and they're going through Amazon.
Jordan Peele of Key and Peele?
Jordan Peele.
Is that Key and Peele?
He directed the movie Get Out.
Yeah.
He's
a sharp guy.
Yeah, so they're doing her 4-part miniseries. So she's claiming abuse throughout the whole marriage. So that's her version of why she did what she did to me.
So, will the media give you a chance to tell your version of the story?
Yeah, I mean, I like to tell people exactly what happened. All the, it was I wasn't abusive to anybody in my life, never. I never hurt anybody, but she wanted the American dream. She was from South America, and I'm pretty sure you're aware of like military people marrying foreigners and then getting the country, get their citizenship. So I know it's it was her dream to become an American and then to chain migrate, get her family here. So, and it was just a rocky marriage. Just, if we had Shelley coaching us, none of that stuff would have happened. It's like, we would have probably got along a lot better. But it was a tumultuous relationship, and I was done with the violence and everything she did that was wrong. I just wanted out. I left twice, and she asked me to come back. I tried to work it out with her, and that just wasn't working out. So I'm done. I'm out.
No, and I won't ask you to do that. And that, because you and I both know that's why we're not here. We're on to where we are right now in life. We've had all those experiences.
But one girl you were with did introduce you to her friend.
Yeah.
That stole her husband.
Yeah. It was. I've had my moments too.
So I mean, I think there's a lot to be learned about certain type of women. That have that hurt body.
Yeah, pain body. That's
pain
right.
Body.
You learned about the pain body. Very good.
Yeah.
Well, we all have the pain body. It just comes out in different ways for different people.
I don't think Marines have too much of a pain body.
No, they have a pain. As a matter of fact, they probably have a...
Marines tend to be indestructible physically and mentally. I mean,
okay, so maybe what we can do is...
Trying to protect you guys.
You and I can plan later on to set up a conversation that gets you to tell your side of the story.
Oh, yeah. You got a lot to say about that.
Okay, well, good. We'll have a long conversation about that. Okay, so here we go with the basic questionnaire, right? We answered the questions here, and they're just the ones that we're talking about, okay? In what year were you born?
1967.
And where were you born? Where were you born? Where were you originally from?
Niagara Falls, New York.
And what year did you start looking for the Fenn treasure?
As soon as you came up with your first video.
So we started in March of 2017.
Yeah.
So it was our videos that stimulated it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So when I got a big smart TV and, started watching all your videos.
All our videos?
Every one of your videos I watched.
I think we have over, 250, 260 videos?
Yeah,
now?
A lot.
Well, that's very kind of you. Thank you.
I remember
would you recommend our videos to?
Yeah, I would. You guys been through a lot when it comes to searching and all the different ideas you came up with, and trying to figure out the first clue, War Mars Halt. Maybe it's you try to translate it. You try and translate it, street signs and all that stuff, and that's pretty amazing. So it got me interested and got me thinking, because I saw the this interview with Forrest Fenn a long time ago, but I didn't know much mind until I started, getting involved in collecting coins and stuff.
Yeah.
And I got really interested in the past few years, getting my own collection going. I said, wow, that'd be nice to have.
Yeah. That would be an excellent,
the abundance, right?
An excellent collection to own. And we've already mentioned this. In which state do you currently live?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Nevada, Las Vegas.
Nevada, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Calazars, what's up, man?
Yeah. Hey, Mike.
Mike.
He's going to be here on September 6th, so we'll say hi to him then.
We've been trying to get together to have coffee, but it's been tough. Trying to get together. He's constantly busy.
He's busy and he's got family. He's got to take care of. So. Yeah. In which state do you believe Fenn hid his treasure?
I think Colorado.
And where are you going? You got to get a puppy. So introduce your puppy to everybody.
This is Cupcake. She follows me around everywhere.
Yeah. She's already barked at me, so she, she gives me that look like I'm not sure I trust that guy.
I think it's in Colorado. I'm trying to beat Man in the Bar.
Man in the Barn.
I call him Man in the Bar.
And why do you think it's in Colorado?
I think it's funnier. I think it's in Colorado because Chief Ouray, he was known as the Man of Peace.
Yeah.
Met with Lincoln and U.S. Grant to hopefully sign a peace treaty for the Indians. So I think that through the Chase TTOC would be like the Trail of Tears.
Oh.
Chased out of their homeland. A lot of the Indians died and starved to death, and I think that's why Forrest is so interested in.
So were you searching in Colorado on this trip?
Yeah.
How did you manage to get all the way down to Albuquerque? I mean, that's a big drive. You just came.
Not really. No? Durango, is it? It's only a couple hundred miles.
Oh, all right.
Didn't take long.
Well, good. Did you just come down here to bring?
I used to be a truck driver, so.
Oh, okay.
I'm a truck driver, so I did.
Well, good.
Instructor and all that stuff. Yeah.
So.
Well, I figured I'd do a loop. I went up the 15 to the 270 up to Grand Junction, and then down through Montrose, Ouray, Durango, and down to here, so back. It's one big loop.
Oh, okay. Well, good. Well, we're glad you decided to come through here. We really appreciate it. When do you believe Fenn's treasure will be found?
A couple more years.
What do you think? Let's see what you said on the questionnaire.
There's a lot of people.
You said the 2019 to 2020 inclusive. So you don't think it's this year?
No, I don't think this year.
Okay. And what do you believe is the percent probability you will find Fenn's treasure?
I think people are real close, but they're getting close, but they're not going to actually get it until a couple more years, maybe next year. Who knows?
Do you have a sense people who are close?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Just based on your research in the forums, or do you actually talk with them?
I only search in Colorado, so my only competitor that I know is Man in the Bar.
Okay, all right. And you think he's close?
Yeah, let's go meet him. There's some cocktails.
Man in the Bar. I don't know where he lives.
I know he's a nice guy.
He lives in Oklahoma or Kansas. I mean, he's a Midwesterner, isn't he?
I don't know.
I don't think he's from around here.
Oh.
So you're going to have to do some more driving. What do you believe is the percent probability you will find Fenn's treasure?
What did I say?
You said 1 to 25.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because I went up there and I got disappointed and thinking that it was there, but it wasn't. So I don't know. I would say 1 to 25%.
Yeah. Probability.
Yeah, the high 20s. Mid 20s. Yeah, 25%.
But you're not discouraged enough now to give up. Is that correct?
Yeah. But
what are your plans for the? What's your what will you do next? I guess is the best way to ask.
Back to the drawing table. I guess. I think it's just kind of like stay on track, but I think I made a mistake when it says put it in below the Homer Brown.
Mm-hmm.
I took the below out, so put in the Homer Brown. So I don't know. That's probably why I messed up.
So Puppy wants me to pick her up, but I'm not going to do that because I'm trying to pay attention here.
Okay,
focus. Wait. So before we go any further, I want to share a video with you. Actually, he has it on his phone, but we're going to show it to you because I beat him up over it. I mean, he's a big guy, so I didn't really beat him up. Let's see here. I want everybody to see that video.
Let's see.
So, and then I want you to explain after we see it. I want you to explain what we're seeing here. Go ahead, turn the volume up. Can you restart it for me?
Yeah.
We are Great Copper Falls. This is Great Copper Gulch. I'm way up in the gulch. Well, I would say I'm about a half a mile up the gulch. About a quarter mile. About a quarter mile up the gulch. Just beyond that top waterfall there. To the left, I believe, is the blaze and where the treasure is hidden. We'll see.
We'll see. So did you carry that aluminum ladder in with you?
Yeah.
And yeah, right. But I don't need to remind you, the man was 80 years old.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. I thought, it looked different last time I was there in September.
Yeah.
Like when I went up there, it was just a pool of water and then a wall.
The water, right.
I would say, a few feet high, which you have to go through the water and use something to climb up through the. But it didn't look like that.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, I didn't go above and beyond where I stopped. So it's not here. I went back. So I was thinking maybe a ladder would work. Maybe he built a ladder. It's got a hatchet and Forrest. How Forrest is. It's just I'm not gonna want to see what's on the other side of this thing.
Right.
So I may have built a ladder and climbed up it, but that's the wrong spot. Obviously, there must be some other area that has a similar thing that we actually can go easily climb up a little ladder, go through the wall, and on the other side would be.
Somebody else had a solution that involved a ladder.
Well, it's on the treasure chest. The ladder. There's ladders on the treasure chest. That may be a clue. That's why he bought the box.
It is what it is. The YouTuber, it is what it is. If I remember correctly, he had a solution in Colorado, as a matter of fact, if I remember correctly, that involved a ladder. So, including the most recent one, how many times have you been boots on the ground to search for Fenn's treasure?
10 times.
All in Colorado?
All in Colorado, yeah.
No other state?
No other state.
So why do you think it's in Colorado? Did I ask you that question?
Yeah, Chief IAAY.
Oh, that's right.
So that's where I think the treasure chest is. So this will be heavy loads of water high on the other side of this. When you go up to the here, there's the blaze. There's a little path that goes up there. And
I see. Yeah.
Resting
All right.
place.
Let me show that to the audience so they know what we're talking about. So that's where John thinks.
There's only one way in and one way out, and it's surrounded by crevices. The whole, the whole area. So the whole area is like enclosed.
So
like it's in a
I'm going to
fortress.
ask you again. The 80-year-old man with a 20-pound load. That it'll fit that rule.
Yeah, but
an 80-year-old man with a 20-pound load could do it.
Parked like 500 yards, and he probably had a hidden ladder that he hid. That he either brought or made, because the Indians used to make Kiva ladders to get up in the.
Yeah, agreed.
What do you call it?
Bandolier.
Up in there are little holes in. They call it bandolier.
No, well, bandolier is one of the monuments. What did you say, Sean? San Lazaro is one of those places. There are locations all over New Mexico.
That little cave that Indians used to go up and the old Indians.
I don't know that they necessarily have a name. I'm sure somebody could tell you. So maybe somebody else can tell you. I always thought of it as just. I know. I tried to visualize everything being permanent and have some sort of Native American, significance to it. To this find, like a Kiva. He dug a hole, put the box in, and covered it over. Just like. Pottery. But didn't pour the dirt back in.
No,
right. Just covered it over with
just kept it off like some tar.
Like he describes. Have you read San Lazaro? His San Lazaro book?
No,
he describes that in detail. So, which of his memoir do you own?
Thrill of the Chase, Too Far to Walk, and Once Upon a While.
And which of them are the most helpful to you in your search?
The Thrill of the Chase.
And why then the other two? Why did you buy the other two books?
It's more like references, and I bought some other books, like The Rainbow Route. It has to do with Colorado, and Silverton, and all that. It's really nice. Really nice.
How many
book.
times have you met Fenn?
I don't know. I think once or twice. Once. Yeah, just once.
Shelley said that she met you at the November 2nd event, the last Collected Works event.
Yeah.
You were there. Yeah. So we want to talk about ratings. And then last from the questionnaire, but we have some more questions for you. How many hours a week do you spend in research on the Fenn treasure?
Used to spend a lot. I mean, like 40 hours a week, but recently it's gotten down to, 5 to 10 hours a week. That's about right for most people.
So what do you think that getting involved with the Fenn treasure has taught you about yourself?
Oh, there's a lot to learn, really. just watching you guys, watching you, Shelley, and you on your programs. There's a lot to learn. I mean, I've learned a lot
about yourself,
myself, and cultures, Indian culture and stuff, and just amazing how we treated the Indians. Forced them out and died, and I learned a lot.
How has it changed you?
I don't know. Maybe I don't really never really gave it that much thought. I mean, about how it changed me, but I know it made me stronger than I was.
Yeah, every time you go out and fail a recon, it makes you smarter and stronger, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think that when we go out to a new area, we're unfamiliar, and we're not like Forrest Fenn was when he was young, growing up, like running all over the mountains like Spider-Man, So I think every time I went out there it was difficult. Like I didn't know where I was. I got lost, and but the more and more I went out to my spot, I got more and more familiar, and I got to know the area, and I got. I learned a lot that way. That to familiarize yourself with a certain area. If you go on to another solve, you want to make sure. I think you develop more skills, searching skills.
Of all the recons in Colorado that you've been on, how many of them have been back to the same location?
All of them. There's a lot.
So you're committed to that spot?
Yeah, that spot. Yeah, IAAY County. Yeah. The whole IAAY County.
Yeah.
Thing. But not just that specific spot. So my after realizing that the treasure wasn't there, I didn't find it. Then my search areas got a whole lot bigger. So I had to go back to the drawing board. So I got some more maps, and I started thinking about other solutions. That me. So.
So if you were a Gypsy's Kiss executive producer, what shows would you want us to produce that you think would be of the most interest for you?
We're talking about category?
Yeah, do that categories. If you what shows haven't we produced that you think would be helpful?
I think a Gypsy's Kiss wouldn't end. Even somebody found a treasure chest. That there's other treasure chests out there. There's other treasure finds. You can go to another one. So there's like you go online, you see all these different treasure finds that you can go to another one. I know there's like one that's worth $200 billion, right? And there's a bunch of ones. You just pick one and
start chasing that one, huh?
Start chasing that one, yeah. I think you just continue.
Even if somebody finds Fenn's
even
treasure.
if you found it, it's okay. Well, let's go get another one.
I don't know. I kind of want to retire here sooner or later.
No, you guys do a good job at this. I mean, I don't know. People would be disappointed if you just shut down.
No, I'm going to buy you dinner anyway. You don't have to be. You don't have to be nice. Okay.
No, I'm just saying. I enjoy watching your show. I mean, I'd rather watch your show than because I do a lot of live. I do a lot of interviews, TV, radio, talk shows, and stuff like that. So when I do it, it's pre-taped.
Yeah.
So they really screw me over
because they edit.
They edit. So they're not out for the truth. They're out for money and money and ratings.
Right.
And every time I screw up all the time, like this 2020 interview, I know I shouldn't have done it. They came up with some tricky stuff, and so I want to see the questions. And so no, she goes, that lady Amy, what's her name? Amy? No, the blonde lady that is on the Today Show. I don't know. She interviewed me, and I didn't want to do it. I call on them. I'm not doing it. And somehow they convinced me to doing it, and I know it's not going to turn out very well. It's not going to turn out truthfully. I want people to know the truth, my whole story, beginning to end. The way it should have been told 25 years ago.
So how long would it take you to tell that story?
To sit down with somebody that cares about the truth and has like your level of intelligence, that you can profile, analyze, and
I told you I'm buying you dinner anyway. You don't have to.
I know, it's just, I need somebody that can really, I can sit down live and tell the whole story live, and so people can understand the whole story, and it'll take a while because there's a lot of explanation, of why things ended up the way they ended up.
So I'll make a deal with you. If you pay for my hotel room in Las Vegas, I will come and I will do an open-ended interview that gets to the truth. That doesn't mean there won't be hard questions, but none of it will end up on the cutting room floor. All of it will be there. Okay?
You just made a joke.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Cut. That's a wrap.
None of what we talk about will be eliminated from the conversation. You can have it, and if you want, I'll show you how to put it up on YouTube, and you can put it there, and that way your side of the story gets out the way you want it told. Right. Now, that doesn't mean I've done the research on this. That doesn't mean I'm not going to ask hard questions, but you're going to get to answer those questions, and those answers won't be cut. Is that fair?
That's fair.
You got to pay for my hotel room.
I don't care. I got both transcripts for both trials. Oh, you want to go to the poker tournament? Do the poker tournament.
I need $10,000. Do you have $10,000?
Yeah.
All right, we'll do the poker.
Let's go do it. Let's go.
All right, okay.
Let's go do the interview and enter the poker tournament.
All right, that's how's that? My fee for doing the interview and doing it in its entirety, not editing it.
So you win the poker tournament, you can shut down early.
Are you kidding? I'm not that good at the damn game. I just want to say that I did it. I mean, I'm good.
Yeah.
But not that good. I just want to say that I did it. Mm-hmm. So you'll buy me into the into the World Series of Poker?
Of course.
Okay, let's do that. All right, so last question. And I want you to think about it for just a second because a lot of new searchers watch these interviews. What I want you to tell me is what's the best advice you would give to anyone who's just starting the process of getting into this search?
I would say do a lot of homework first. I mean, a lot of homework. Watch the Gypsy's Kiss, all their videos. And because he hid this treasure very well. I mean, it's well hidden. So in order to find it, you need a lot of information. You can't just, go out there blind, like blind zombies staggering around trying to find it.
That's good.
Where is the treasure chest?
Yeah, where is it?
It's difficult. So, like Forrest Fenn said, it's difficult but not impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, you can find it, but you need a ladder. You got to go above and beyond.
Yeah, okay. He was 80 and he was carrying a 20-pound weight. He didn't have a ladder with him. We can debate this later.
Well, it could have been a short ladder.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just
wondering why there's ladders on the treasure box.
I want you to say your goodbyes, please.
Oh, yeah. Goodbye.
Say for a Gypsy's Kiss, this is John Wayne Bobbitt.
Oh, for Gypsy's Kiss, this is John Wayne Bobbitt saying goodbye.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
We'll see you guys later.
That's it. Hope that turned out all right. It's live.